fixing up at Nav's entrance here while he gets his high mineral hatchery down. Spire going down for Nav now also, which is almost complete. Especially they could spell a lot of trouble for Spore since all he has is roaches. A couple of infestors out now though for Spore. So fungal growth will really be able to do a lot for him in regards to that, especially with the burrow and crawling. You could do some infested Terrans in the mineral line. That's a pretty common trick. Drone's going to be throwing down a hatchery now for Spore at his high mineral location. Overlord here just going to kind of ooze his way over towards Nav's base to do some scouting. Drone's transferring now to the high minerals for Nav. So they will get there right when it finishes. This is quite a sizable army here for Nav at his entrance. Lots of Zerglings and Hydralisks. More Hydralisks than Zerglings. But a ton of roaches and a couple infestors are moving in. Looks like they're going to engage this army head on. Nav pulling back some while the roaches push in. Spore does have level 2 weapons, ranged weapons for his roaches, so they are just going to be quite lethal. But he does end up backing off. Got like a little dance around the way here. Is Spore going to go and take out the high minerals? He's splitting up his forces. Looks like they're going to take in each entrance. Yes, they are, and they are going to start working on this high mineral hatchery, but they're going to decide to take out the drones first. There are some mutalisks out now for Nav, and they are focusing on the infestors. They do burrow, but it doesn't work out too well. Fungal growth going down on the Hydralisks, but this could be a lot of problems for Spore, but he does manage to take out the high mineral hatchery. But that is quite an army following his units, so unless he's got some good anti-air coming, this could be a big problem. Spore here is throwing down a Hydralisk den of his own to help take care of those mutalisks. The roaches here burrowing now, but they will be spotted by that Overseer, so they will be forced to back up, trying to draw the Hydralisks onto the creep, I think. But they are meeting up with the rest of their roach buddies, so more Hydralisks coming in now for Nav. Overseer here, they're taking out creep tumors as they go. Mutalisks are coming in now. Roach is not quite sure what to do because this is going to be a big problem as they are no anti-air, not none. Queen going down. This hatchery is not looking good, but these roaches are now going to push out some. Those mutalisks are just causing tons of problems with these roaches. They are being forced to attack all of those Hydralisks. Some Hydralisks now coming after Spore, but they're going to be taken down very quickly by that amount of mutalisks. The roaches here forcing the Hydralisks back and killing all of them as they get a very good surround. So it looks like these roaches are going to burrow and start working their way over towards Spore's, or Nav's base. Some Spore crawlers down here for Spore at his natural. Ironic, Spore with Spore. But Zerglings and Mutalisks are coming in. The hatchery does go down. And more Zerglings are actually going down at his high mineral location here too, so he might lose 2 expansions in one shot. Yes, that high mineral will lose to this. Those roaches will not make it down here in time, but they will come out and try and take out all these Zerglings anyway. Yes, they will, and they will clean that up nicely. We do have armor level 1 has now been researched for Spore. What has Nav gotten? Any upgrades in regards to his units? 1-1 for his ranged, and nothing on his melee. Roaches are moving up here in the back door of Nav, and it looks like they're just going to burrow and ooh, no Overseer immediately found, so they're going to burrow and crawl through. Overseer now moving in. Roaches splitting up, some going towards I'm not sure where they're going. They're going to try and snipe the spine crawler here, and then they're going after the queen. Now working on the drones, and I would say try and snipe the... Yes, they are. They're going after the Zergling spawning pool. There we go. Even. Where is he? There's the Overseer. They can still be seen. Mutalisks still doing the damage that they can. The roaches do pick up, and they are working their way out. But these other roaches have gotten down here and are taking out drones at his natural expansion. So this is killing a lot of harvesters for Nav. As you can see, he is now down to 23 harvesters. Or probably 8 harvesters, excuse me now. So they did quite a bit of damage to his economy. No gas income, so no more Mutalisks are coming out. If he doesn't already have some saved up, which he has 686 mineral or gas saved up, so he can put out, well, 2 more Mutalisks since he only had 200 minerals. So the higher mineral here is getting saturated very slowly, but this is a large amount of Mutalisks here moving out. So Spore better have some Hydralisks. He's gotten down several Spore crawlers at his natural expansion, and he is long distance mining that expansion at the moment. Couple 3 Hydralisks here waiting for those Mutalisks to move in, but they do kind of come in, shoot, and then back off. They're probably going to come up here to the main and start taking out any of the production buildings like they are doing right now. Spore Crawl is going to go down for Spore, and looks like they're going to focus down the Hydralisk den now. Spore has not really produced any more Hydralisks. Nobody's producing anything at the moment. The Hydralisk den does go down, so Spore has really no production of anti-air. Spawning pool going down for Nav now to replace the one that he lost. Mutalisks continuing to work on the second hatchery in the main, but they seem kind of ADD in what they want to attack. With that many Mutalisks, I think you just want to go ahead and kill everything. Why are they backing off? Unsure. Going to try and supply block Spore here, but since he lost all those roaches, he's going to have to kill a lot of overlords to supply block him. Nav here getting his high minerals saturated a little better. Check out our income tab to see who's picking up what. Spore does have a pretty good income going, gas and minerals. Getting down another Hydralisk den at his natural expansion, also in the protection range of Spore crawlers. These overlords are having epileptic seizures while they dump creep here on the ground. Ooh, more infestors coming out. Looks like we are going to see the infested Terran play. If the Overseer is not around the high mineral expansion, this could be a big problem for Nav. Overseers with those Mutalisks in there taking out the creep tumors. Hydralisks are going to try and work on these Mutalisks as best they can. They are in range of the Spore crawlers and a couple queens. And we'll take out a couple Mutalisks here. The infestors here coming down here to get poked away and dead. But now they do burrow after they did fungal growth, and that did an excellent job of taking out all of the harvesters for Nav. Down to 4 harvesters again. Income is seriously suffering for Nav. The infestors there splitting up so that way he doesn't lose all of them. Some circling now coming in for Nav. The overlords here are doing a good job at blocking everything, so you cannot really focus fire anything. More infestors coming out for Spore. Fungal growth on those Mutalisks would just be excellent. We do have another engagement here at Spore's entrance. Natural expansions, plenty of Spore crawlers around. Will the fungal growth go down on the Mutalisks? No, it won't. But the fungal growth does go down on the Zerglings. But there is really no ground defense. Some infested Terrans getting shot out now to help deal with those Zerglings. Several infestors go down, but I think maybe these infested Terrans are going to be able to clean up those Zerglings. Mutalisks coming in, poking, doing what they can. This is a very, very intense game between the two of them. For the love of Pete. The Mutalisks moving up here towards the production facilities, but there are tons of Spore crawlers around, so they will be pushed back. Spore got any more upgrades? Not quite yet. Still at range 2 armor 1 for his range. No more upgrades really going down for Nav either. Starting to catch back up in the production. The Zerglings coming up in here to try and take out these Spore Crawlers so the Mutalisks can come in and do the damage that they need to do. And the Zerglings are going to go pretty unanswered. Check out our production here. We got 4 Hydralisks now coming in for Spore. Roach is going to now come in and try and take out these Zerglings. And it looks like they are going to push them away. Although he did lose several Spore Crawlers, so that's going to leave him very vulnerable to any Mutalisk attack on the backside here. Ooh! Infester's getting a little fungal growth down there on several of those Zerglings, and they were taken out. This is a pretty back and forth game. It's really hard to tell who is ahead, since they are pretty close where it comes to upgrades. Nothing on the Mutalisks. Main's mined out. There's nothing at the natural expansion yet. No hatchery. Only mining off the gold with one of the gas being harvested. Spore here looks like he's doing a pretty good job at taking up his economy. Check out our income tab. He does have more. Spore has more gas coming in, but not as much minerals. So Spore will probably need to get another expansion here soon, but he's trying to get enough of an army to, looks like, just do in Nav. Mutalisks looks like they're on patrol mode here between the, yes they are, between the 2 entrances for the high mineral expansion. Zergling's now going to start pushing in towards the main base of Spore, since they still have not gotten those destructible rocks down at the back door. It's going to take them a while, but Spore does not have any eyes over here, so he does not know what they are doing. Roaches had tried to do some burrowing and you know, sneaking through. Oh, excuse me. Just like inhaled something. They did get taken out by this Mutalisk, though. Infested Terran going on here at Spore's main base. Some Spore Crawlers going down now for detection. Nav getting a 4th expansion here. Second working when it finishes. At the top position. The Zerglings here now kind of chilling out where they took out the destructible rocks, because I think Nav's been a little bit distracted by all the Spores walking around with his roaches. Looks like we have a drone coming down here to take in the high minerals now. Yep. But Spore will see that and will come in with his Mutalisks to do what they can. Zerglings now running out for Spore, and they are going to get taken out by those Mutalisks. They're going to run in here and start working on the evolution chambers. Spore here being forced to choose between this little attack here and these roaches slash infestors taking out the expansion that just popped up. They do have Hydralisk support, so they have some good anti-air. If a fungal growth can go down on these Hydralisks, then that'll cause a lot of problems. Yes, one fungal growth goes down. Another fungal growth goes down on the Zerglings. Will he get a 3rd fungal growth on the Mutalisks? He does. All the Mutalisks have been fungal growth, and their health is going down drastically. Looks like the Hydralisks will be able to clean up the Mutalisks. The Roaches are going to clean up the Zerglings, and then they're going to have to work on those Spine Crawlers and Spore Crawlers. Nav, good games, and Spore has pulled it off with that excellent micro and macro. Whew, that was a pretty intense game. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry for the inhaling something. That's that. Spore here was from the Requiem Esports team, which I like to cast our games, so hope you enjoy.